Hello, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, which I actually filmed 2 minutes ago, I was at the Proms on Saturday and I saw a semi-staged production of Kiss Me Kate featuring the John Wilson Orchestra. I saw the My Fair Lady Prom with the John Wilson Orchestra a couple of years ago. That was also semi-staged and also, in my opinion, far more than semi-staged. But the Kiss Me Kate Prom this year was even more staged. It had everything. It had a full cast, great costumes, props. The only thing it didn't have was, backdrops and a set. And John Wilson Orchestra was smaller than usual and they were sort of pushed back. So you really had a pretty much fully staged production with an orchestra behind them. Kiss Me Kate revolves around a production of The Taming of the Shrew, which has been adapted into a musical, and then it also has the backstage parts, which is also a musical. I had previously seen the film version of Kiss Me Kate from 1953. The show I saw on Saturday was using the original theatre arrangements from the 1948 Broadway production. On paper, I should really love this musical because it is both a musical with great songs in it and Shakespeare. My favourite things, maybe because it's Taming of the Shrew, which has its issues with a modern audience. Maybe I don't love it as much as I could, but I really enjoyed the production at the weekend. And there were so many wonderful songs which I recognised as soon as I heard them. The main group of 4 actors included 3 Broadway actors and 1 Brit. Ben Davis was playing Petruchio and Fred Graham. He had an amazing voice. He was really great. He played the character so well and was very funny. Alexandra Silber pretty much stole the show from me as Kate and Lily Vanessa. Her range is ridiculous. Whenever she was on the stage you were pretty much looking at her. She was outstanding. Tony Asbeck was playing Lucentio and Bill Calhoun. He was great. He had a relatively small part. He had a wonderful tap dancing solo. And Louise Dearman was the Brit amongst the 4 and she was playing Bianca and Lois Lane. Her performances of Tom, Dick or Harry and Always True to You in My Fashion were brilliant. Those are the main 4 actors, but there were a ton of really amazing actors and dancers and singers in that cast. Amongst the other actors we had Michael Gibson and James Doherty playing the gunmen, who of course managed to steal the show with Brush Up Your Shakespeare. Michael Gibson was actually the lead in Our House quite a while ago, and I've seen him at the Globe as well playing Puck in The Midsummer Night's Dream. It was great to see him on stage again. And we had Louise Marshall who sang the opener, another opening, another show, and we had Jason Pennycook who sang Too Darn Hot and was great. I really loved this production. I got quite carried away by the whole thing, especially being, up close to the stage and in that beautiful arena. Being that close to the stage there was a little bit of sound distortion. There was an issue with Tony Asbeck's microphone at one point which was unfortunate, but at least it wasn't during a song. As a Shakespeare lover, I was really impressed with how the actors handled the Shakespeare, especially considering everything else that they had to do. I really loved the show. The only downside was that the John Wilson Orchestra didn't have as much chance to shine as usual. They weren't the stars of the show. The stars of the show were the cast. And there were only maybe 3 or 4 occasions when the orchestra was alone on stage and you could really concentrate on them. I'll give it a 4.6. I was really entertained by this production. You had pretty much a full musical staged just once, which must have been a lot of pressure for the cast and crew. So I've been talking about this show for a few minutes now, and you may be thinking, Mouse, why are you telling me about this? I can't see it. It's only on once. Thanks for that. Well, do you really think I would review something that there was no chance that you would ever get to experience yourself? The show is now up on the BBC Radio iPlayer and will be for the rest of the month. And you can listen to it anywhere in the world. It's not just a UK thing. The show is about 3 hours. It's split into 2 parts. I shall link to both of the parts below. I listened to the radio broadcast yesterday. There are obvious downsides in that you can't see what's happening on stage. For instance, there's quite a few dance breaks. Also, sometimes the audience laughs and you're like, something funny has just happened. I don't know what it is. But to hear the music is really special. And one thing that I did prefer about the radio broadcast was that you really got to concentrate on the John Wilson Orchestra. Because you don't have the distraction of all of the dancing and singing happening in front of them, you really get to listen to and appreciate the orchestra behind them. So I really do recommend the radio broadcast as a way to experience this production. And if by any chance you were at the Royal Albert Hall with me at the weekend watching it, then I do recommend listening to the radio broadcast. Also, the production was filmed and will be on the BBC in December, so you will actually be able to see it. So yes, there is currently a way that you can experience this production through your ears, and there is a way that you'll be able to experience this production in the future through your eyes. I'm really looking forward to seeing it televised. I really hope they don't cut anything out. It's a very long show, but I really hope that they don't, because I can't think of any single number or scene which I would happily lose. It was a great day, it was a great show, congratulations to all involved. I'll let you know when it's on TV, but if you'd like to listen to at least part of it now, then the links below will help you with that. Next week it's book reviews, and it is Ocean at the End of the Lane, which I have almost finished reading, so look out for that, and see you tomorrow.